We're going to Disney World!
Yay!
We are so excited to talk about this with you, and we will have a lot to talk about right after this. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Geek Done Right, the show where I talk about whatever it is I feel like. I'm Chris. Thanks for coming to geek out with me. And Callie's back! Yay! Like we said in the intro, we're going to Disney World, and I am so excited. It's so close!
Yeah. So we've been counting down so long. It's so weird to think that it's actually here.
We've even done a paper chain with our son, Ridian.
Yeah. It's so fun.
It's so short now.
Bitty bitty.
So this is actually going to kickstart some of the Disney content that is going to be coming on this channel while we're at the parks. I'm going to be filming and everything like that, and putting together hopefully some good content for you guys. And we wanted to kind of start things off by just kind of talking about the planning process and everything like that. I'm going to try and put timestamps in the description section. That way you can just kind of jump to the area that you feel is best for you and your family, and essentially like your planning needs, and hopefully we can answer some of your questions, and that's essentially what we're going to do. I've fielded a lot of questions as we've been planning this trip and preparing, and so I guess we just jump into it.
Yeah.
So the first question is, when did we come up with the idea of a Disney World vacation?
Yeah, and I don't think there was one specific time that happened that we decided. It was just we've always loved Disney, and Chris and I went a lot when we were first married.
Yeah, and even when I was single, there were many times that I had gone to Disney World, and same with Callie. We were Disney World pass holders the first 2 years of our marriage. We've had some really amazing experiences. We love Disney World.
Yeah, we really do.
I do think though, the time that I personally thought about, maybe we should actually think about doing a vacation ourselves, is when we were when my parents had to stay with them at the Contemporary, which was kind of my dream ever since I was a little kid. The first time I went to Disney World, I saw a monorail going through a hotel, and I was like, oh, I want to stay there. So that was kind of a dream come true. We did the dining plan and everything, and it was just incredible.
It was so relaxing and so fun. Yeah, we were like, no, we need to do this again. This will not be our last time coming here.
Exactly. And so that was kind of when it was birthed. But then about 3 years ago, you had we were talking about the fact that turning 40 this year. I'm turning 40, and you were like, what could we do to make turning 40 not suck?
Yeah, I think that's exactly how I said it too. Yeah. What would make this not be so awful for you?
And I was like, an epic Disney World trip?
And so we made it happen.
To my surprise, she said yes.
And then I said, okay, for my 40th, let's do a cruise.
Yep. So be ready in a few years. You'll be seeing some cruise content from here. We've essentially started the planning process about 3 years ago. Ever since the idea was hatched that this was something actually doable for us. We were finally in a place in our lives where we felt like we could. So that kind of brings up what milestones are we celebrating. There's quite a few milestones that we're celebrating on this trip. I mean, besides my 40th birthday.
Yeah, so that's a big one. Another big one is our 10th anniversary.
A decade of marriage.
What? It feels like it went by so fast, but then at the same time, it's like I don't. Life before you just seems so different and like,
I know, right?
like so far away. It's like you've always been here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And you know what? Life sucks a lot less with you in it.
Yeah. 10 years. That's a big one. Big milestone.
Very big milestone. And then we're celebrating our son's birthday. Actually, he's going to be turning 4 while we're at Disney World.
Yeah, his actual birthday. We will be in the park building a BB-8.
Yep, he wants to build a BB-8 at Droid Depot. So that's definitely one of the experiences that I made sure that we got. And so that's going to be a great thing. And then on top of that, we're celebrating your birthday as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 36. Not quite as big as 40, but... Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, they all kind of happened close enough together that we just lumped them all together, and we're going to celebrate them all.
Yeah, the first half of the year we're celebrating.
Yep.
I mean, this is our birthdays, our anniversary, and honestly, it costs enough to put all those together.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo! Yes. Yes, indeed. One of the questions that I frequently get is how did we prepare before booking? Mm-hmm. Lots and lots and lots of YouTube.
Bless YouTube for all the information it contains.
Yes, a DFB guide, Here with the Ears, TheTimTracker, Paging Mr. Morrow, Prince Dev. Like, I can go on and on and on. I love you all.
Yeah.
I really do. But also, there's a lot of groups online. There's a lot of information out there. There's even Discord groups that I've become a part of that have helped study. And it was a lot of study and time, learning tips and tricks. I think one of the other things that was kind of helpful, though, was our previous Disney experience. Even though we hadn't been in a really long time, kind of already knowing the layout of the parks, how the parks worked, and even having had previous experiences with the dining plan helped us feel a little bit more confident about planning this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that kind of goes into the next question of did we use a Disney planning service? Well, no, we didn't. While there are a lot of benefits for Disney planning services, and we do recommend them for a lot of people that just don't have the time to do the research.
Right. If you don't have a lot of hours to put into watching a lot of YouTube videos and you just want somebody else to tell you what to do, then yeah, those planning services are definitely the way to go. And they're always so nice.
Yeah.
And free.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, they do get paid by Disney to do these services, and as such, they get a lot of information very quickly, actually, and sometimes even faster than a lot of the different Disney YouTube channels. But for us, we because of our prior experience at Disney and also the amount of study, we were feeling pretty confident on this. And also, I have friends that are Disney cast members. You have friends that used to be Disney cast members.
Yep.
And so a lot of the resources that we had at our disposal helped us feel a lot more comfortable and confident. And also, we asked questions.
Yes.
There are lots of questions that we ask. And I think that's one of the things. If you are planning on doing this yourself without a Disney planning service, to ask lots and lots of questions. Make sure that you feel comfortable enough to not use the planning service. How did we pay off the vacation? Very slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we decided to just kind of chip away at it a little at a time. With each paycheck, we devoted a little bit towards the vacation. And what we ended up deciding to do is to use Disney gift cards that we purchased from Sam's Club. So doing that, you actually end up getting, what was it, like a 4% discount, 3 to 4% discount, because they don't sell the gift cards at face value. They sell it a few dollars less than face value of what you're getting for the gift card. So it's It's a discount.
We booked a year ahead of this vacation, and you do have to put down a down payment when you're doing a package. It's like $200 to $300. It's been a year ago, so I don't remember exactly whether it's 2 or 3. I apologize, but I will link some of the other channels that I use as reference down below. And then after that, we just chipped away at it. Whenever we went to Sam's, we picked up another. And now, was this necessarily the best way to go or the cheapest way?
I'm not sure. So the other option that I considered heavily was getting the Disney credit card, which you earn points as you pay towards a vacation. We knew we were going to do this cruise in another 4 years, and so I'm wondering if, the immediate discount that we get from Sam's Club might not end up being as much of a value as earning these points towards a future Disney vacation. And so I've got a little bit of regret that we didn't go that route, but we just decided it wasn't the right time for us to get a new credit card with our credit and other purchases that we're planning on making this year. So I think for us, the Sam's Club gift card route was the way to go. For other people, you might decide that it doesn't make as much sense for you as getting the credit card and paying with it that way.
One of the questions that I get a lot is, are you sure this is the right time to go? How do you feel how do you feel comfortable taking your family there when there's so much going around and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable question to ask, because a lot of us are weighing risks and benefits of doing different activities that brings us around strangers. So yeah, we definitely thought a lot about it, especially me being in healthcare and knowing the risks of it all. So yeah, I don't feel 100% comfortable, but I feel comfortable enough that I'm willing to take the risks, because Disney is running a tight ship down there. They are running a tight ship, and they are not afraid to throw people out of their parks.
Yep, it's true.
And so the people who are going there are going to be wearing their masks.
And wearing them properly.
And a lot of them come from states that you have to have COVID testing. So they've probably had a COVID test recently, probably more than the people that you go to the grocery store with.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also, you don't have to worry about people judging distance on their own, and because they have on the markings there for you to stand, and the Disney employees will help make sure that you're standing at an appropriate distance. They have special areas where you can take your masks off. They distance the tables properly, and they stopped all buffets. They're all family style, where they bring the food to you, and of course, they're double masking essentially the people that are serving you. Disney's also running a very tight ship as far as sanitization. They are basically sanitizing the vehicles after everybody gets off, before you get on. They have all kinds of hand sanitizer stations and hand washing stations. With your room, they have limited room service or maid service. And they do a deep clean before you get there, and even to the point of Ziploc bagging your your remote control for your TV. Yeah. And it's pretty intense.
So all those precautions help set my mind a little more at ease. Some of the drawbacks of going during the pandemic is that not everything is open. The menus are a little bit more limited. The shows aren't going on, and you have to wear a mask. And so all your pictures are going to be you wearing a mask. But, this is our son's first visit. He's 4. It's not like we were going to do everything that was possibly available there. We just want to see his reaction to being there in Disney World.
We want the magic.
Yeah, and that's still there.
Yeah.
That is still going to be there, and the smaller crowds are actually a real bonus, in my opinion. I'm not a people-y kind of a person.
Max 30% capacity. Now, when you think about that in comparison to how many people before all this happened were going to Disney World, and how cramped it was, and how long those lines were, and everything like that. Ride times, even though the lines look really long, the wait times are actually really short. And also Now, they are going to be increasing capacity to the park here relatively soon, but just not during the time that we're going. So, yay! We love y'all, but please keep your distance. Social distance, people. But yeah, there's just a lot of things that have helped us feel a lot more comfortable, and some of the restaurants we wanted to eat at are not available, like Ohana. We really wanted to be able to do that. There's not going to be a whole lot of character interactions. Our son's not going to be able to hug Mickey like we had hoped. But there's still a lot of magic going on, and the cast members are really trying very, very, very hard to make it magical experiences. And you can have like random distance interactions with the characters, like Winnie the Pooh running around trying to catch butterflies with a net, and it's really, really adorable things. Another question that I've been asked is, what are our expectations for this trip?
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about those just here. That, our expectations are a little different than we typically would have had if we were going not during a pandemic. But my expectations are still to get that Disney magic, to feel joy and happiness while we're there. I'm trying to keep kind of my expectations flexible, because I know we're going with a 4-year-old who has all sorts of randomness that can be thrown into the equation, and working around his schedule and his feelings. So just staying flexible, but I'm still expecting to have a wonderful, wonderful time together.
I think you said a key word there, flexible. So flexibility is going to be key for this. I mean, are we going in there without a plan? No. We're going to be discussing things, coming up with a plan, like who's going to take our son when it's nap time, or who's going to watch him while he's going to bed, who's going to get to explore the parks, things like that. But at the same time, too, we're going to be flexible enough if somebody wants to take a nap along with him. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're going to remain flexible on, and our intention is to have fun instead of like criticize what's not there. We want to have a magical experience. And the last question that I get a lot is, what are we most excited for?
And I'd say for me, it's being able to watch our son's reactions. These first initial exposures to these things that I love. Maybe I'll get a little hurt if he doesn't get super excited about some of the things I love, and that's okay. It'll go away really quickly. But it's an opportunity to get to know our son better by introducing him to new experiences and new characters, that being able to see what he responds to, what he loves. I mean, it's just so exciting to think of new ways to get to know him.
I'm really looking forward to seeing his face the minute that we walk into the park for the first time. That's probably the ultimate thing. Like, every single park that we go into, I just love imagining that sense of wonder that comes into his eyes, the sights and smells. And just, we've been using this word a lot, but it's true. It's magical. It's really magical. I remember my first time going to Disney World and looking down the way and seeing Cinderella's castle. And just seeing it down Main Street, USA, and it was just like, whoa. And just imagining that from the point of view of a 4-year-old is just incredible.
Yeah. Especially since he's been stuck in the house for the past year.
Yes.
And all he knows is our house.
Now, a little selfishness in me is for what I'm looking forward to, besides all the really cool adventures with our son, is building a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
And I'm not going to lie, the first time I see the Millennium Falcon in person, I might cry. I might be shedding some man tears. Yeah, I mean, because that I grew up watching Star Wars, and I've dreamt about the time that I'd be able to board the Millennium Falcon and see it in person, and I think that's gonna kind of bring me back to the time where I'm a little boy and just fill my mind with imagination and wonder once again, and yeah. There's definitely going to be some intense feelings there.
Yeah. And for me, it's part of the fun is the food. Being able to order food that I normally wouldn't get if we were all going to the same restaurant. And
Blue milk?
I don't know. Not so much. But just the sheer number of options that Disney offers as far as food and snacks and treats and just being able to sample different things. I'm excited about that.
And in line with that, I'm really looking forward to the 2 dinner dates I get to have with this one. Oh, so excited. It's going to be so fun. And honestly, I am so excited. We've been talking about this for years and months, and we've been hyping it up, and while we figure kind of that it's good to get the enjoyment even before you go. You're spending so much money to go on this. Why not get the enjoyment along the way, setting up paper chains and talking about it and having little moments of excitement, or as you're looking at the different things that you're going to be able to do and exploring the parks in your mind, what it may be like. And then when you're finally there and experiencing that, it just kind of makes it all worth it. So I am very excited. We are managing expectations. We are looking forward to the magic, the pure magic that is going to rock our son's world. Yeah. But that's going to wrap things up for this episode of Geek Done Right. Hey, so are you planning on going to Disney World anytime soon? What questions do you have for us, or what are some tips and tricks that you have found in your vacation as well? Let us know in the comment section down below, and please make sure to smash that like button. Go zippity doodah on that thing. It makes us smile so much seeing those thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell and hit all so that you can be sure to get notified when new episodes are coming, because they are definitely coming with a little pixie dust. And be ready for those episodes from Geek Done Right. Until next time, think happy thoughts. Peace.